Do you like the products?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov.
How
7
are you?
o'clock, is that right?
Huh?
7 tonight?
That's what Ernie said.
We 7, right?
Sorry?
Huh?
What did you say?
We're 7 o'clock tonight, Daf?
That's what Ernie said.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
A good walk, everybody.
Good luck, good luck. Good luck.
Get off.
Lamed Ches 38. Zosta HaMitzvah. We're talking about the words that have been written in Tanakh that are written, but we don't read them. Now, there's a machlokes. The Ran says it's an etzchana. Kach matzati kostuv, says the Ran. V'lo nimtza b'sform shalom. But there's the pasuk of Zos mitzvah, where the word Zos, we don't see it. Some say, other Rishonim learn that's in Yirmiyah. Then Yidroch in the pasuk of Dahadorech in Yirmiyah. Chamesh the Pa'as Negev, which is in Yechezkel. And then Ki Im Ga'al, and there's a word im that's written there, but we don't read it. That we actually have in Megillus Rus. Halein Kosod V'Lokai, they're written. So when I read the Megillah, there's a word im there, Ki Im Goel, but we don't read the im. It's Ki Goel. In Eretz Yisrael, there's a pasuk in Shmos that we read as one pasuk. But in Eretz Yisrael, they have three psukim. Vayomer Hashem Moshe, Hinenu chibai lecha be'av v'anan bavu yishma'am b'dabri mach, v'gam b'chai amiru alam, v'yaged Moshe es divrei amalat Hashem. That pasuk we have as one pasuk, but in Eretz Yisrael, they did it as three psukim. Moshe Rabbeinu got rich, because the stones that he carved the luchos from, the second luchos, when they told him psolacha, it was like sapphire. It was a very expensive jewel. And after he carved it out, whatever pieces remained, Moshe got to keep. The psoiles, the stuff that's left over, you can keep. Really, the Torah was given to Moshe and his children, not to Bnei Israel. Just like the psoilis of the luchos are yours, the Torah is for you. However, Moshe nahag b'tov v'sayin u'nesan al Yisrael. Moshe was a tovai and he was generous, and he gave it to Yisrael. That's why it says in Mishlei, a person who has a good eye, he's the one that's blessed. However, they're going to bring a lot of psukim that imply that this is not correct, that really lechatchila the Torah was given to Klal Yisrael. Moshe Rav Chizda. V'osit tziva Hashem ba'Yisahi l'lamed eschem. Moshe says, Hashem commanded him to teach Torah to Israel. So the Gemara teaches osit tziva. That really the commandment was just for me. But vani, on my own idea, lachem, I taught it to you. But there's another pasuk. Rei lemadati eschem chukim u'mishpatim. Kasher tzivani Hashem lokai. I taught you the chukim u'mishpatim that Hashem commanded me to teach you. So again, the Gemara answers, Osi tziva vani lachem. It was given to me, and I subsequently taught it to Yisrael. What about in our Zinu? It says, Vata kisvu lachem es hashira azos, which is for the Klal Yisrael lachem. The Gemara says hashira lachud. That refers to the Shira Sazinu. Right, the Gemara, but it says Laman tia li hashira azos le'ed of Israel, which refers to the whole Torah. Ella pilpula ba'alma. So we have to say that really the Torah was given to Klal Yisrael. That which Rav Yossi said was given to Moshe, that was to do pilpul. The depth and learning doing pilpul, that was Moshe.
Yeah, but we learn out from that. V'atem kitvu lachem et hashira azot. We don't. There's nothing written in the Torah that says that you have to write a Torah. It just says kitvu lachem et hashira azot. There's no place in the Torah that says that.
Right.
So I don't know. Where did they get it that it's Hazinu over here?
Because that pasuk is written in Parshas Hazinu.
I understand, but
and in fact, most of the Monei mitzvahs learn that really the chiyuv to write a whole Torah is because Parshas Hazinu is nothing unless it's within the whole Torah. So the din of writing a whole Torah is so you have the Torah that you're able to put Azinu in there. That's how they explain. Okay.
But it's written twice, I think, about him. You would know. I think it's written that.
No,
twice.
it said the other pasuk is Lamanti Eli Hashira Hazos La'ed B'Bnei Yisrael. But that going on teaching all of Torah, but that doesn't say anything about Ksiva. So
Yeah.
the Ksiva is like we said.
Only once. Okay. Yeah.
Amrav Yechon Kodesh Baruch Hu Masher Shkinosol Gibor, Oshir, Chacham, V'Ana. That to have Nevuah, you need these four attributes. You have to be strong, wealthy, wise, and humble. V'Kula Mimoshe, it's all learned from Moshe. Gibor, Tichsi Vayifros, Esa Oal Ala Mishkan. It says Moshe himself put the various coverings on the Mishkan. V'Amar Moshe Rabbeinu Prosa. Moshe Rabbeinu himself did. Uksiv, Esra Amos, Orech HaKoresh. That the height of the walls of the Mishkan that he had to put the curtains over is Esra Amos, 20 feet. So he was a Gibor. So Freiti Gemara, Emed Orech V'Kotten. Yeah, maybe he was very tall, but maybe he was very thin. There's no right that he was like a football player. And for the Gemara, element Adein from another pasuk, Tichsiv, Va'espos B'Shnei Luchos, V'Ashlichem Al Shtei Yadai V'Ashabrein. That Moshe was carrying the luchos. He had to throw them and break them. Vitanya, Haluchos Arsha, Arkan Shisha, 6 tfachim long. V'Rachban Shisha, where they were Shisha tfachim wide, and long and width, and thick 3. So this was very heavy. He could carry it and throw it. It must be he was a Gibor. Ashir Psalacha, Sultan Shalchaye. The raya that Moshe Rabbeinu was wealthy because he was given the psoilus of chiseling the luchos. Chacham, Rav Shmuel Damar Tavai, Chamishim Sharei Bina Nivru Boilam. There were 50 gates of wisdom. V'kulam nitl Moshe Chaser Achas. Moshe Rabbeinu received 49. Shenamar v'tachsereu ma'at melokim. He was one. The Shari 50 Shari Bina only HaKadosh Baruch Hu has. Moshe has 49. Anav tichsi vayish Moshe anav loy. Amrav Yoichna. Kol hanavim ashirim hayu. The Nevi'im were wealthy. Minolan mi Moshe mi Shmuel mi Amos umi Yoina. Moshe tichsiv lo chamor echad mehem nasasi. When he was explaining to Klai Yisrael that I never took anything from you, not even a donkey. Iblo agra. If we're talking about using something without paying for it, what is he, a thief? Ela tefilu ba'agra means he didn't take even to rent. He never had to rent because he owned everything. The Gemara says maybe Dilma Mishum Daniya, maybe he was poor, and that's why he never could afford to rent a donkey. Ela min psalacha. The raya that he was Ashir is because he was granted the psoilus of the luchos, psaltan yeshelcha. Okay. What about Shmuel? How do you know Shmuel was wealthy? Tichsiv, hineni anuvi neged Hashem v'neged Meshicho, eshor mi lokachti v'chamor mi lokachti. He had to do the same thing to Klai Yisrael when Klai Yisrael requested a melech. So Shmuel gave them a whole toichacha there. That what was wrong with me? I never took an ox from you. I never took a chamor. And we're not talking bechinam, lafuke manta shokol bechinam. He's not a ganev. El dafilu b'schar. He never had to rent anything because he had so much wealth. He didn't require that. Gemara says that's not vilmado ani of it. Maybe he didn't rent because he was poor. Ela mehacha. It says utshuvaso haramaso kisham beiso. He lived in a place called Ramat Shmuel. And what does it mean, Kisham Beis? He was so wealthy that he was able to take all of his assets wherever he went. Shmuel was described as more wealthy. That means even renting. It means person wanted to allow Shmuel without renting, but he said you could use it. It means you didn't ask us to use anything, even do you a toifa, because you didn't need to, because he was so wealthy. Amos, Lo Novi Anochi Lo Ben Novi. I'm not a Novi, not a son of a Novi. Anochi Kivoker Anochi Uvole Shikmin. Shechem is sycamore trees. Ari Mari Giti Anov Shikmin Li Bishvelta. He had lots of herds, and he had lots of orchards on the plain. So he was wealthy. Yoina, Yona paid for the ticket. He paid for the whole boat. Everybody that was going on that boat was on his cheshbon. Amrav Rumenis, was 4,000 golden dinner. That was the fare. In the first 40 days, when it says he learned for 40 days, he would learn, he would forget. Until at the end, Kodesh Baruch Hu gave it to him in the matana. He gave it as a matana. Mishnah says, meaning, if a person is a muder anah, he's not allowed to have anah from me, I can pay for the parnos of his wife and his sons, even though he's chayim. There, I'm doing a toiva. I'm saving him money. But you should not feed his animal, or whether it's a kosher animal or not. You can feed his non-kosher animals, but not the kosher animal. You're allowed to eat a kosher animal, so he's going to directly benefit from if he eats the animal. You've been mazing it, and it's gotten fatter, so he has direct benefit. The horse or the donkey, you can't eat it, and therefore you can feed it, because it's not a great Rashi. It's not a big he doesn't benefit from the fact that you fattened it. The Chacham argued you can sell the pig or the horse to goyim. We can feed it to dogs. So you do benefit directly. If you made a vow not to have anah from a friend, mutar lasilo bito, but you can marry your daughter off to him. Avibad Rab Zera. But my asking, what are we talking about? If the assets of the father are asur malachos, that means the chosn made a vow not to have benefit from the father of the kala. By giving him a daughter, if giving her as a wife, it's like a shimsha, it's like a maid, and you're benefiting it. We're talking about a case where the father of the kala cannot benefit from the assets of the chos. And then Gedolim Izu Amru, even a greater chiddush was said in our Mishnah, Zanas Yishta Vizbana. You can feed his wife and his children, even though normally a husband's chay. What big chiddush is that you can marry a daughter to him. So the Gemara says, "Lo'olim b'shenichsei avikala asur l'chasim." The assets of the father are asur on the chasim, and it's not this. When a father gives his bito ktana, he's giving something. But here, bito bogeres midaita. This is an adult daughter who decides on her own, and the father has nothing to do with it. He's not mahana from the father. You can give him a daughter who's an adult daughter. So you're trying to convince your son to teach Torah, to go to yeshiva. And you ask her, and you say, you can't have enough for me. But you can give him a glass of water. Little things you can do. You can fry him a fish. Even if you're a mudir ano, you can give him a kosher shalom. What's a kosher shalom? They used to give a glass of wine to Avelim by the Sudas Avra. Or they would give them wine when they came out of the bathhouse to give them strength. The Mishnah said you should not feed his animals. It depends. Machloikes, behemoth tmei, behemoth toyer. Tanya Yeshua ish uza oimer. Zon avodah v'shivchos v'knanim. You can give food to his avodim, but v'lo yozna is behemto, but not his behemoths. Bein tmei, bein toyer. My time. Avodah v'shivchos v'knanim. The man charus avdina. The avodim and the shivchos there for work, but behemoth is to fatten up. So he directly benefits from the basar with eating it or selling it to a goy. Okay, we'll stop here.
Yeah.
So we're going to learn the Navi here in 10 minutes, 7:30, and the